snacks.
What's going on, everybody? Your boy Sin coming to you straight from the Anime Vault. And something happened this week. Godzilla Anime dropped. Now, this is a Netflix exclusive, and it's the first of a trilogy. So, without further ado, I know how long myself and everybody out there has been waiting for it. Let's jump right into it. So, what this iteration of Godzilla is about, one day, as it kind of happens in Godzilla films, if you know about them and you're a fan, monsters start appearing out of nowhere, out the oceans and all that type of thing. In this one, along with those, Godzilla kind of shows up around the same time, and he's that much of a badass that it puts humanity on his heels, and they don't know what to do. It's almost like they're not even concerned with everybody else, all the other monsters and such that's coming out the woodworks. He is the main threat. He's the problem. We need to deal with him if we're going to survive here. Problem is, with him here, they're struggling. And almost out of nowhere, out of the blue, alien races show up. Kind of like, hey look, our kind of like planet and stuff isn't habitable no more. Like, we want to live here. If we stay here, kind of like as a sign of good faith that we can hold our own, we'll take care of Godzilla for you. So of course we're like, oh, for real? Take care of this dude. It's called Godzilla for a reason. They're not able to live up to what they say they can do. So now all of us as a whole, the aliens and humanity, need to abandon the planet. So now they live like in the atmosphere, like in the stratosphere, better word, in the stratosphere, like in a big space station type of deal, living and just biding their time until they can go back and reclaim the planet. That's pretty much how everything starts out. Don't want to get into it too much. It's a movie, you know what I mean? Like it's 90 minutes. So the question is, with that right there, do you take the time out of your busy schedule to give this one a viewing? I'm gonna say yes. So let's just start with the main protagonist. He is a troublemaker. He doesn't like the way, I won't say society, but like how the people who rule everything up there, like the government and the people in power, how they do things, they're keeping secrets. He's not cool with that. So he is in prison, but he's finding ways to leak that information out. You gotta watch it to find out how. And he does have his people who are loyal to him. As far as a protagonist, I have mixed feelings about him. I like him as far as I feel where he's going, but his methods sometimes I have issues with, if you know what I'm saying. Also, along with that, the show, well, it's not a show, I can't call it that, even though it is a trilogy, the movie has a very 100 vibe to me. If you've seen that show, you know what I'm saying, then you know what I'm talking about. It's on the CW. As far as we all live here, the planet's here, we have this way we run things up here, we can't live down here because of what's happened here. Like, it has that type of vibe to it, which I kind of like, for taking Godzilla in a different direction that we've seen over the years. I do enjoy that. I do have to say, if you've not heard it from me before, I will say it now, I hate the animation. It's that computerized animation that Batman Ninja is going to be doing when it comes out. Berserk right now is doing it. I just really can't stand it. It's like when they're standing still and they're talking, or they're just casually walking, it looks like Reboot. But other than that, when the action is happening, it looks good. So overall, I just don't like this animation thing that people seem to be doing now. Hopefully it changes. If not, it's just something apparently I'm gonna have to get used to if I'm gonna keep watching anime. You know what? And also, speaking of animation, when it comes to Godzilla, like just Godzilla himself, I don't know if it's a budget thing, but he just seems way too chill and way too laid back. Like, not seeing a whole bunch of movement from him. It's more so like stand there, shoot a beam, move over here, shoot a beam, like stuff like that. I don't know whether to chalk it up to just the animation itself or just the direction of the movie. You know what I mean? Just that kind of, I'm not used to that from Godzilla, so that kind of frustrated me a little bit with this. Also, his first appearance, like with Godzilla, one of the things you look forward to is the first time they actually show Godzilla. And the first time they really show Godzilla, it's weird, it's cool, but it's lackluster at the same time. It's like, oh, it's time to handle business. Oh, here's Godzilla, boom, next scene. Oh, here's God, like, it's no like build up with the camera angles and the music and all that kind of stuff. It's just like, hey, here's Godzilla. All right, yeah, we're here to do a thing. With all that being said, though, at the end, would I watch it again? Yeah, I would watch it again. Because even with my gripes about Godzilla, the ending is quite epic and spectacular. Like, it is. And with this being a trilogy, everything that happened in this one makes me look forward to 2 and 3 even more. If this was a standalone, I wouldn't have liked it. Straight up. But knowing that this is the beginning of a trilogy and just thinking of where it can possibly go with the direction they're taking this anime version of Godzilla, I'm definitely looking forward to 2 and 3. Hopefully they come out this year. My fingers are crossed. But yeah, like I said, even with my gripes with Godzilla in general, like they're not moving and just shooting beams and all that kind of stuff, like the ending is definitely worth it. And there's absolutely a small Easter egg after the credits, so definitely fast forward through those and check that out. And of course, do me a favor. Let me know what y'all thought about Godzilla and the Godzilla anime, and let me know how y'all felt about it. Like, did you like the ending as much as I did? How do you feel about the futuristic tone that it's taking? And all that good stuff. And we can get some banter and going back and forth about it. And as always, like, subscribe, share, comment, see some dialogue going. With that, I am Sin, and I'm out.